Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Sam Kabu. I'm the Dean of Education and Director of Quality Assurance. I wanted to share a little bit about quality assurance. About, I would say 1.5 years ago, our BC introduced quality assurance on this campus, and an office was established. I want to share with you a little bit about the role of this office. This office is not a police or CID office. We don't investigate anything. But what we are doing is to make sure we ensure that there's quality on this campus. So I want to just quickly, there are two specific roles. We have our role as an office and your role as students who are agents of change, as people have said earlier. What do? We monitor processes. We look at things that are happening, the exams that are occurring, the way we do things, the admissions process, the registration process. So all the processes that occur on this campus, we look at them in a step, I would say in a systematic way to make sure they're serving the students well. One example, how many times does it take you to register for UNIMAK? If it takes you 4 times, we look at it. We ask the registration office to say, how can we cut that down to make sure it's not 4 times, it's 2 times or once. So these are things that we're looking at. So we're looking also at the services that we provide. Many services are occurring here. We have student services, we have resource center services. We also check on those whether or not they are being offered to you with quality. Third, the products. We look at the degrees, the certificate, the diplomas. Are they of quality? The courses that you have, are they of quality? These are things that we look at. So continuously, it's continuous improvement. Finally, we look at the resources that we have, all types of resources that you will get as you come here, the sports, the buildings that you are in, the classes that you go to, the furniture that you have, let's say we have the computers that you have, all these are resources, the library as a resource. We examine these repeatedly to make sure they are offered with quality. What is the definition for quality assurance? It means doing it right the first time. Once more. Quality assurance means doing it right the first time, which means you have a role as students. When you come here, we expect that you also perform with quality. So once you get matriculated into the institution, you are going to change to a quality student. Your participation has to be of quality. Your performance has to be of quality. The assignments that you do, you no longer do them in a high school way, where it's going to be just rough draft and turn it in. No, you make sure they're tight, you make sure they're bound, you make sure depending on what the faculty member wants. But when you perform with quality. The exams that you take, we want to make sure you study hard enough because you want to perform with quality. Your behavior on campus has to be of quality. There's a very important part of quality assurance that I want to make sure. We are going to hold you accountable as students, but you also hold us accountable as faculty and staff. If we're not behaving the way we're supposed to behave, you find the right places where you report, where you make sure that we perform. So I want to just very quickly touch on something, which again, you may not really think about. One, when you come to an institution like this as a university, you're no longer a high school student. The way you used to do things in the high school are now behind you. So here is what Mahatma Gandhi came up with something that is, he said, now you are agents of change. When you come to this institution, you do not want to leave this institution as you met it. The idea is, what are you going to do to change the way we do things? Because if things are not done the way they're supposed to be done, we have to make sure we respond adequately to meet your needs. So here's an idea. From now onwards, you start thinking that I'm a university student. Gandhi said, you start with an idea, and the idea in your head is, from today, I am a university student. You start thinking about it, so your idea changes to a thought. The thought is, how am I going to behave as a university student? What do I need to do? I have to buy my books on time. I have to go to class on time. I have to do my assignments on time. I have to make sure I approach my professors to make sure they give me the work that I'm supposed to do. If I don't understand, I ask questions. Thought. The thought becomes an action. So from an idea to a thought, and the thought becomes an action. And the action is you start behaving that way. You start behaving like a university student, no longer like a high school student. Third, fourth, you make that a habit. Your habit, so from your idea to a thought, the thought becomes an action, and the action becomes your habit. That's the way you behave now. You behave like a university student, no longer like the way you used to do in elementary school or high school. From your habit, it becomes your character. That's what we see you. When you come to class, you are now behaving like a university student. You ask the right kinds of questions. You participate well. You do things the way you expected to do. From your character, the character changes to your personality. You now behave, you go, you carry yourself that way. Your family, many times our people in the community say, oh, look, you need to behave like a university student. What does that mean? It means you're not carrying yourself with quality. When you carry yourself like a university student, you make sure things are done right the first time. Finally, that becomes your destiny. You do not wait for anybody to tell you what to do. You don't wait for professors to say you have to turn in work. You don't wait for professors to say there is exam coming. You're always prepared. Even when you get a mock test, you are ready. So you study all the time to make sure when you perform, you're performing with quality. So, what I want to leave with you is that we are here to serve you. You're an important customer. But as a customer, you make sure you behave with quality, and we behave with quality. When two qualities come together, the reality is excellence. Once more, when two qualities come together, students behaving with quality, faculty and staff behave with quality, we get excellence. Thank you very much.